continuation with our leadership program, in continuation with our program like Gyan Ki Ganga kind of thing, wherein we are committed is that every weekly we will have a notable person come down out here and will be talking on his aspirational journey, who will be sharing his thought leadership and who will be inspiring and the young people of the people like us. It doesn't mean, I don't mean to say that they are not young. They are certainly young as well. But we are the people like amateurs and the people who are trying to learn up with every bit and the pieces of the journeys of the life. So this time we have Ashok Naval. Okay, so Ashok is out here. So Ashok is a multifaceted kind of personality. And I had personally heard him out at different instances. So every time I hear him out, I personally get inspired. So I thought of having him out here so that he can share with his life journey, he can share with his inspiration, his own aspiration. He is a person who has gone through very high level of ups and downs in his own life, and despite of all lot of ups and downs, he is standing very stronger compared to what he was earlier. So I think his determination to succeed and his determination to do really something out of the box haven't come down any which ways in between different kind of phases in his life. So I think he'll be the right person to elaborate more on that. Along with him is Manoj Bere. So Manoj Bere is a friend of mine. He is also one of our clients. He heads the organization Gautam Banerjee Jewelry. Manoj's wife is a co-founder of that particular thing. Both put together runs an organization called Bizsolindia Services India Pvt Limited, which is into direct and indirect taxation, and they are working continuously for over a couple of decades now out here. So last time I had been to the organization, wherein I had seen a different kind of a culture which they are also trying to build up, totally transparent kind of culture. When I was there, so I was totally thrilled last time when I came down over there, and then it was an annual appraisal system and the way you were trying to roll it out to the people. So I had been to a lot of companies, but I haven't seen the level at which you were able to communicate it so transparently to them. So in fact, it's pleasure for us, sir, to have you out here and to spend some time. We understand you. So we understand you have a very, very busy schedule. In fact, he is a kind of person, so today you will see him out here, tomorrow you will see him in Chennai, then sometime in Bangalore, and speaking on lot of bureaucrats and lot of policy makers into financial domain out here. So I won't take too much of the time, and I would just like to welcome him. So Manoj, now you had also been working very, very closely with him, so I don't think anyone else would be knowing him better than you. So you will also have to help me out to co-host this particular program and helping me out and evolving the inner side of the Ashok ji here. So Ashok ji, we just want to understand a bit about you and what is that really keeps you inspiring all these particular days in and day out.
Every day has to be a new day for everybody. Reason is, every day we see the future to be built up for ourselves. Let us be very clear, we talk about family, we talk about friends, we talk about society, but all that is a single, it starts with me, myself. If I see myself and I create and go around with those people where my presence is felt. And that is the reason I always feel every day is the opportunity, every moment is the opportunity, and every day is the learning opportunity. And every problem is the first step for giving you more opportunities. Because once you solve the problem, you come out from the problem, you write the problem, you are one of the master of that. You have got one more experience, one more lesson to learn and write, so that in future you can plan better. That is what is keep going. And every day has to be one step ahead towards the goal. I don't know, when I started my practice, I never knew what I will be after 15 years or 18 years. But I was knowing it something as a dream, that yes, I have something, so I should be demonstrating something. And somebody big should recognize me. That was a small dream. And every day dream becomes bigger. It's just like, when you go closer and closer, and if you go from the distance, you see that you can't read it. But when you go closer and closer, you find everything is more and more clarity, more and more crystal clear. And when it is crystal clear, make it for future, make it for future. That is what is the day I will tell.
So I think very insightful kind of thing. So we are very excited to know about your professional journey. I know that you started working in a company from a very junior level of an executive to reach up to the top level of an executive, then quitting at the topmost at the time when you're at the top of your peak, and starting with your entrepreneur journey as well. So what really had been your thought processes on that?
When I was doing my CMA course, at that time I worked with cost accountant. He is my mentor, and in the process I learned from him lot of things, and I joined my first job in Mahindra. And as this day, every day I wanted something more. So, and my boss has told me that nobody gives you anything, you have to grab. If somebody says that Ashish sir is going to give me the work and then I am going to work, perhaps you may be a doer. But perhaps if you say that I have done this and I want more work, more grabbing opportunity, you will be the first leader to get more leadership. And that is what I was done. My daughter, when she got born, she had the VSD and PDA in the heart. Means heart, there was a hole, that is called VSD. And her impure blood vessel and pure blood vessel was joined. So that was one of the first jolt in my life. And then I said that is okay, let me have at least some mental peace, so I will go with the family. Because if you have to get the mental peace, nobody can give you other than father and mother. And at that difficult time, only father and mother helps us. So that mental peace, I came in Jalgaon, and fortunately I got in VIP industries. Again the same, I was looking after the small function of toy division, and then gone up, and all the new day, every day new day learning always used to be there. And thereafter I got good opportunity for changing the horizon of export and import in the international trade. So I joined Jain Group of Industries, that is the Jain Irrigation System Limited. But after joining, I realized that what you used to get, the self-respect in Mahindra and VIP, that self-respect doesn't come in that family-run business where something he has inherited without, only the inheritation has come because of the born in that family. But those cultures were not there, which human has to be respected. So the one journey was definitely there. Whatever was the new, I learned and decided my date of living. That is not date of living, a target of living, that until I do this, I will not live. Till that time I swallowed everything, and then once I reached that level, I left it at very high level. Means in 1996, you will not like, but I was the highest paid in that region. But I left it. Fortunately, I told my wife, since he has told me to share that, I will now share. I told my wife because I had the two kids. That time one was, I think, 5 years, and one was of 10 years, not more than that. And I left. My wife said, okay, whatever you feel it, you do it, I believe in and I trust in you. I told you take 1 lakh rupees, I will take 3 lakhs. We were living in combined family, so 1 lakh is sufficient for you to take care of yourself. And till the 2 years, if I feel that is I cannot take care of you, then I will join the service. But till that time, if I come at your home, I will be of yours. And if not, then I will be staying there only. And that day when I will know that I can take care of from my own earned money, then we will shift you at Nasik, because I started my practice at Nasik. Again, why Nasik? I wanted to be at caliber of Bombay, Pune consultant level, but again the fear psychosis was in that. I was at age of 43, 2 daughters, family, responsibility of education, responsibility of the marriage, and thereafter we said that is, let us do this. Fortunately, first year itself, I never gone in the losses, rather I got it the same amount of profit which I might have got in my job. I shifted in, I think, 6 months to my family immediately. But at that time, you know, you have work in Mahindra, you have work in VIP at the vice president level, so that security gate gives you the salute, your car is opened by the chauffeur and all. And at that time, I had taken the place of, I think, 800 square feet on rental. I made a 2 partition, one for me as a post bachelor, my accommodation, and taken the office, made some furniture, somewhat better look, so that people will feel that yes, it is good to come. And the third important part was, at that time, my boss, who was Mr. Venkat, he is also my mentor when I was working in VIP. I took his 386 computer at that time. There is no 386 computer of his on the high end. That is okay, just I'll use it. And from that day, journey started. Knocking the doors at the industry, serving them to the industry. And fortunately, while that I got, and then his father, Vishwanath, we used to call him uncle. He came and he said, why don't you start in Pune? We thought it started in Pune. He said you start in Pune from our office. In 1998, we opened the branch in our Pune office, from that office in Prabhat Road that time. And I remember, up to morning you work it, and at night 11 o'clock red Lal Dabba bus, you climb it, work 5 o'clock, reach it, and 7:30 we used to start working, and 11:30 there used to be again Lal Dabba bus going back, and we used to work. And from that day, but one thing was there, that is, client has to be serviced at any cost. And client has to get satisfied all the time, every time. And client never gets satisfied because his demand goes more. It is not like a diminishing type of utility theory that you are hungry, then you eat fast and then you go slow. But if the client is, you give more, he demands more, mange more. It is just like that. And that rather demanding client has to be loved, because he teaches us more, he brings us more efficiency as well. And that is the journey started. We made our own corporate office in 2005, and now we have the 10 offices, now on 250 people. But with one person, now we are the team of almost 250 people. And whole this thing starts with only the question is devotion. In 2009, I met with an accident, very serious accident. Almost I was in 52 days in ICU. Out of that 40 days I was on ventilator. And that gives the success of my team, that in that team also not a single file, not a single case went out. Rather, some of the client came out and said that is, you might have spent heavily, you bill us this much amount. So that is the what is giving back. Society never keeps with us. Society, if you have given them, society gives you more. You give one, you get two. That is definitely, and it goes in geometrical proportion, not in simple proportion. And one thing is there, work for yourself. If you are doing for society, you are not doing for society. You are doing for yourself to get your own mind satisfied. Society gives you recognition, but for recognition, if you are going to work, don't work. If you are going to enjoy, work for that. And any work, whatever work comes in, whether it is posed by your boss or that, you should enjoy that. And then only is that you will give 100%. And whether you enjoy or don't enjoy, that work is going to be there. So it's better you enjoy and do that enjoyable work. And that is the theory I follow. Whatever I do, I enjoy. Even when the problem comes, is okay. Even some of the times I have feel that, yes, what happens, somebody says that, okay, yes, stab you. Okay, yes, just stab you, okay, that is good, golden opportunity. He has taught me how to be believing in the people. But just because somebody stabs, you can't say that I don't trust people. It may be something that if he has stabbed it, there is something wrong with us. He could get that opportunity. So he gives us the improvement area, that is, this is the area, you should be careful so that you can't be stabbed. Whether he stabs or whether he pursues different, that rather than analyzing that, let us analyze ourselves. So whatever you are being yourself. Rather, I will say I am the most selfish person. I do everything for myself. I will say okay. Why I do myself? Because yes, that is where I look at the satisfaction. And nobody can give you what is your satisfaction level. It goes up, goes up, goes up, goes up into the greedy level. And you have to be greedy for getting satisfied. Because once you are there, then you can go in that. And that is the reason always it says in this one also, Balyastram, Grihasthashram, Vanaprasthashram and Sannyasashram. These are the phases of the life rather than the phases of age. Phases of life in Balyavastha is you enjoy everything and learn everything. Grihasthashram means you are getting your family, you are not really of your own. Your family, and family you can define whether it is a nucleus family or whether what family you want. That is again based on your value system which you create. That is again selfish. If you want to be recognized big and you get more and more, so you can make a big family. You get more and more recognized, more and more respected, more and more taken care. And after 2009 accident also, I remember I got discharged on 10th August and 15th, 17th August we started working on bed when even I was not ready cannot lift my own hand. And from that day even the company's meeting used to be there. And then wheelchair, why should I be shy away? Okay. I was saying that is people, how they will come. But I have seen, even on the road you travel, so many people you don't know. But they will render the help to give you the assistance. Even just now I was climbing, when I was entering in a hall, two smart ladies were there and they were also immediately, their body language was there to help him. One immediately person came and assisted me. This is the something which comes and which is there, the difference between the animal and human. We are human beings. Every human being has got some mind of a human mind, humankind. And at that time he feels if somebody is lower than him, I can render, it is for his satisfaction and my satisfaction. And that is what. So be myself, satisfy myself and grow myself. Thank you very much.
So Manojji, now you had been associated with Ashokji for quite a lot of time. So any special characteristic or any special personality trait which you would like to share with us, like about him?
Personality wise, he is very strong, and for work he never says no. Any work, it need not be a commercial every time, but any work, and he is always behind you, and he will never see no, even today or when we had met last time. Now coming here, we have to come by staircase, there is no lift. But there was no hitch by him in just saying that yes, I will be there. So you can see the willpower, everything is in mind. If you feel you can climb, you will. But if you feel it is not there, lift is not there, how can, then you will never. So in life, whatever we have learned, it is that willpower, that if you feel you can, you trust yourself, you believe in yourself, and if you believe in yourself, I think so nothing is impossible in this world. And that is the reason people like him, we could see people like him building such big empires. Even if you take the case of Dhirubhai Ambani, what is that? If when he had started, did he believe in some? Did he believe that he can be to that extent? But by his hard work again, he has reached. Then his son joined, and they have grown it much bigger. Here also, if we see this whole family of 250 people from where he had started, I recollect those days where I used to sit with him. We used to do each and every work by hand. And in fact, I am of a different material. But yes, because of him, today I am into this consultancy line. But then once we have taken that line and his support was there, I never felt that I am not from this background. And during his hospital days also, I recollect that even when he was on his bed, he was asking something about how things are, but it was very difficult for us because of that, ventilator. We were not able to understand him, but his mind was still working. He wanted things that what we are doing, what is happening. He was very much interested. So even you can see his mind that when he's building something, that is totally, even if he is on bed, he always felt that what is happening. I should know that. Whether things are moving as per what I have in mind. So all these things. So in life, you should always think, you should always look at things differently. Because as I said that every day it's a new day. And something become monotonous, you also start feeling that it is monotonous, we should do something. So same day. You can do the same thing in different ways. And that can still add spice, and that can still add anything, enthusiasm in you to work. So one is you can opt for new things, and second is doing the same job with a different mindset. And today's buzzword is value addition. If you value add for the company, naturally. So this is what has been his backbone, and today we are 250. So I really feel proud to be part and parcel of this whole group. So go getter. Don't look at yourself and decide whether I can do or I cannot do. Just believe in yourself, and you will find a man like him. Who will never say no to anything. Today, if you feel that you have to go to the planet also, ask him. He will not look at himself, but he will say that yes, I want to. So he wants to experiment, and he knows that if there is a will, there is always a way. और ऊपर बैठने वाला सब देखता है. So naturally कुछ करते हो तो वो भी बोलता है और करो. So that's what.
So I think people who are not working or probably walking with your pace, probably they might discomfort you. Second is your zeal for knowledge. Okay, it doesn't matter which particular field it come from, and then to be doing yes to everything basically. And what I have seen from you is like you are surrendering nature. Once you get involved in any particular kind of thing, you are totally dedicated for that. So this particular meeting which is happening up today, and this particular talk which is happening up today also has come down because on 2nd of the May when I was at his office, and he told me, Ashish, last time when you took a workshop on digital marketing at ourselves, I had started using my LinkedIn, I started using my Facebook, and people today, and he had so much of the zeal and so much of the curiosity to know how is this all being happening up. So I told him, sir, we can go for an extended kind of a workshop. You let me know whenever is the time. He says me, whenever क्या है, चलो ये Saturday है, चलो बना लो, अभी बताओ मेरे को क्या time है, calendar है. He committed 11 o'clock. He was here at 11 o'clock, and that is how we are doing. So I think at this particular point of time, probably you are somewhat aged to as of my dad right now. But you are zeal to understand the technologies, you are zeal to understand what is Facebook or what is this, and at any given point of time, whenever I try to talk to him on any particular subject line, so his knowledge on that is particularly very, very amazing. So how do people cope up to work with you, with your kind of and speed? So I call you up a Milkha Singh kind of a person. How do you make people run a marathon?
I don't know. I don't do anything. Perhaps what happens, it's just like that. You go to Mumbai, Pune person going to Mumbai, or Sadashivpet person going to Mumbai. What will happen? He still runs without anybody telling. So this is what happens. If I work, people, and it's not that people work seeing me. They also think that it should work. Only I only do is the shaping. That, as you have said, we have also the something as a study circle or Saturday training. I kept 100% Saturday training. No work to be done. If anybody works on that day, is the crime. Rather, that crime has to be reported that he has worked. He has to take the permission that I am going to work. Because Saturday is something you have to do and manage your own. Manage your file, get it trained, soft skill, or something relax. And venting out is the best relaxation. That is something, that is what is. Perhaps that happens.
My dad is here.
And perhaps that happens.
Sir, should I add?
Yeah, please.
Now, let me share some of my experience. I have working with this organization since last 9-10 years, more than 9-10 years. I was a kind of, you can say, startup in this field, and now I am somehow learning all tricks of this particular field. But the best part of his leadership, which all we, at our organization really feel proud of, is that he has a extreme personal connect. And as a leader, sometimes you may not, in terms of technicality, you may not match with him, or his expectation we cannot match. But the kind of personal connects he creates with each one of the team members, it's like nothing. When he has time during his post-accident period, he was having little time. So he started writing poems, Kavita. And he wrote Kavita when in that period I got engaged, so he wrote on that also. So that created an impression that this person is looking at me also. So that kind of connect he makes with everyone. He tried to make that connect. Some of the other way we are connected, and that's what help us to even go along with him. That's what I will say. Though he is so fast paced, but still because of his other characteristic, we are trying to match that pace with him. So that is one of his strengths. And as everyone has said, he is abundance in energy. You will not find any shortage of energy. He is out in a month, approximately 20-25 days. 4-5 days he'll be in office, but he will know right from the security person till the time he sits at his place. He will observe everything. And if at all it doesn't matches to his expectation, that day you had it. So whoever is not up to that expectation, he'll ensure that is there. So that's his skill, and so we really appreciate that skill. And he's an extremely emotional person. Though he's very strict when it comes to delivery of the work, but out of that he'll immediately will be your friend, philosopher, guide. He'll be sitting next to you, cracking all kind of jokes which anybody cannot even imagine he's cracking those kind of jokes. So that's his strength, I'll say, and that is really helping us to really build the organization the way he really wants.
Thanks a lot. So now I'd like to open a forum to everyone. If you have, I'm sure probably, are you able to get the words what essential you want to ask him out? So I'd like to open this particular forum across to all of you. So I think as a people who are trying to learn the businesses or the tricks of the trade kind of a thing. So let's be as serious as we could be if we have any kind of doubts or curiosity.
What made you decide the name of Bizzol as Bizzol, other field?
The field we are in, indirect and direct taxation, or fiscal laws. We wanted to give one window solution, single window solution, one stop shop. And biz for business, soul for solution, and India is in Indian environment. So if we can provide the services as a we can give the solution with business solution in Indian environment, we can be a master one. That was the reason that was decided.
What you would like to share about the customer side? You said one line about it, the customer is a
No.
greedy, he keeps on going up.
There is, if you see, Gandhiji has already said that. I follow only those lines. He says, customer he has to be a primary focus. He is not coming to you, he is purpose for you. You know, the whole object is, if customer is happy, is the mouth publicity automatically happens. And if you see in Indian theory, you might have never known me, you might have never contacted me. But you might have known something to something, and somebody asks you, अरे कुछ मालूम है क्या import export वाला कोई देखता है क्या? Then, you know, every person of a human mind wants to share or gives information when somebody asks. He doesn't say he doesn't know absolutely. If he is blank, he will say he will know. But the first mind of the human mind is to give the helping hand. Some persons are very cautious. They said, okay, I heard his name, but you be careful. I have not experienced, you do it. But most of the persons, 90% of the persons, if you see the mob, they will always say that is yes. Why you go to Bizsolindia? They might have never got experience with us. And if they got experience with us, they will boost us, and that goes with the mouth of this. We have never marketed. So far, you know, when the question of marketing comes up and all those things now in the today's area, I think digital marketing or advertising marketing, these were always used to be always subject forum in our seniors meeting. That is how we can grow it. First time we went that digital marketing when you came in, out of all the box, I was the first person. Anyway, my people wants, I can't tell them no. Okay, and that goes on. And thereafter, when you explain it, okay, first what I did it, let me have the connection. Till that time, I opened the Facebook without even any line of Facebook. I was on LinkedIn without even opening LinkedIn years together. But once he explained that in digital marketing, and perhaps nowadays people say we know you and we meet you at Facebook rather or more than we know your details from the Facebook rather than this. You know, this is the something is the evolution takes place, or you can say is the digital revolution takes place. And nowadays more of a connection is happening now. Today is the social media rather than the personal connect. Personal connect will go longer even in the social media if it is not. Because after social media, personal connect is not there. But when you are active in social media too and then have a personal connect, then that will be a multiple exercise. Coming on the customer, as I said, more demanding customer always is the welcome sign. Because in his inefficiency, you will be making him more and more addicted. And if he is more and more addicted, your business is guaranteed. So do customer satisfaction for making him addict, so that your future is guaranteed.
So in the ecosystem we live, basically, greed and selfishness is always considered as a negative characteristic. But what was the turning point in your life where you decided not only convert it to a positive element, okay, but also this will be your way of life? So what was that turning point?
You know, first thing is, I'll tell you, I can go back to the childhood. I don't know why that negative thought never came in my mind. I was very fortunate that I was living in combined family. My cousin and me used to be in the same class. So always I was going on the double seat in cycle to the along with him. So he has to keep the trouble, not I used to keep the trouble. And that because of that, this one, I said, why should I learn? And from the childhood, I had no thumb, and my hand was never straight. And this was the from child born defect. So I used to take a shelter. नहीं मेरे से नहीं होगा, हमारा से नहीं होगा. Every time I used to tell, कुछ काम किया नहीं काम करना है तो. One day my mother got very angry that why you are not learning cycle. Well, no, I can't learn the cycle. I cannot do that and all. I remember my mother has tied me on the sari. Tied that sari was taken to that, like the pillar khamba rahega tha, and then bitten me. I don't want to be called as a mother of a person who said that I can't do anything. She was illiterate. She was not able to sign. And she taught me this. I will not call you as my son if you feel you can't do it anything. And after that, perhaps, that was the turning point where from I said, nothing is like that, I cannot do it. I will do it. Everything I will do it.
So I can just imagine the kind of tight schedule you have. But still, how are you able to maintain that personal connect with everyone? Because that definitely counts in the longer term.
See, again in Contract Act 1872, if anybody is a commerce graduate, it says any contract you make by virtue of a fraud or a person when he is sick and you influence him on that, or by coercion, chaku dikha ke, then that is not a valid contract. One weak point of any human being is when he wants, you give him. If the person wants emotional touch, give him. If personal needs personal care, give him. If personal wants some help, give him. And then he is permanently of yours and you are permanently of him. Because that bonding goes on in multiple. So this is also the learning from the contract. But that bonding as a contract, it is not correct, not a valid contract. But such type of bonding is valid contract all the time, because two persons' mind never breaks until you hurt them.
250 plus people working with you. What is your vision for future for Bizsol?
Vision for Bizsol is very, very clear. That today in our area, who are the players? Ernst & Young, Price Waterhouse, Deloitte, all those who have to be one of that as an Indian company going in the world and saying that we are serving the world. That is it.
So, sir, one of the very serious question I have is, how do you create more Ashok Naval like you in the gang of 250 people out there?
Thank you, sir.
Because we'll need more and more such kind of
You have asked me a very relevant question. It's good you have asked it. When, as he has already said in his this one, he is a chartered accountant and cost accountant, but he was in the stock market. And in the stock market, no excise, no custom, no service. At least now service tax has come. But earlier nothing was there. It was only analysis of the financial figure and calculated risk, or sometimes satta. And when we decided to join, he was as such in all that area was new. All the persons who are today my partners or my persons who matters, they were never knowing the spelling of this area. Excise, custom, service tax, VAT, FEMA, and nothing of that type. But you depart the knowledge by working with them hand in hand and leave it. Work with, okay, if suppose you should have confidence that if they fail, I am able to carry that and I am able to still satisfy the customer. Then leave it to that extent. It's not that he cannot do it, so his work will be check and all. Okay, do bar galti hoga. We can handle the customers to that extent at that time if it at all comes. So understanding what error he can make on only check those. So like that, all the people which we had who matters today, they were not knowing anything. And today, they are not respected by me only. They are respected by all my customers. And they have been called for by Institute of Chartered Accountant, Institute of Cost Accountant for sharing their knowledge and wisdom. I think I answered you.
Sir, I'll add one more point. Sorry. He
You
has
please
one
come
more
and
good
sit.
quality. He has one more good quality of empowering people.
That's what I said. Leave it. He will do the error.
So he will empower because we are in such a field where only mind works, right? So creating strategies. But he has never kept that mind only with him. He has shared that mind so that people get empowered and they are able to handle those aspects rather than just keeping with. I mean, somebody may say कि मेरा knowledge है मैं मेरे पास ही रखता हूँ, right? But he never has that kind of policy. He has said on every Saturday we have a training session wherein what we do, we empower people to handle different kind of assignments. So that's his one of the strength by which he could create this much team in that.
Rather, I always believe in the knowledge sharing. And even earlier when we used to go, my other people are saying, if everything you are giving to them, then why they should give you the work? No, that is the reason they should give you the work. A. And B, if somebody is going from us, let's say client leaves you, or let us say I'll say my partner leaves me, it means something is wrong with you. If partner leaves you, you have not taken care of partner. Or if that person who is leaving you, if he is taking your client, it means client could not get satisfied from you. So he goes to yours. Anybody, especially in our field, nobody wants to go to anybody for the small division of money. Until something failure in your services, they will not go anywhere. So you have to be perfect on that. And why we should be worried that if I give the knowledge, he will get my client and he will go and he will go outside. It means you do not have self-confidence in yourself. Have the self-confidence in yourself. What is going to be there? Ultimately, आपने को सिखाया है, ऊपर वाले ने इधर लिखा है, उतना ही मिलने वाला है.
Hi sir, this is Gaurav. Today we got to know about your successful achievements, your 250 members, your ups and downs. So I would like to know that what are the plans you have for your future that you want to achieve in future.
Very nice question you are asking. My first vision is I should be out of Bizsol and I should be with the real people where I am needed. Bizsol should be run by all of them, not by me.
So precisely what you want to understand is your future social commitment and the personal commitment.
You see, fortunately what has happened, God gives you all the lens automatically. In 2008, I got to know with one Friends of Tribal Society through Kameshwarji Kavla and or something like that. And 2009 I made an accident, and 2010 even he started that Friends of Tribal Society immediately in the Pune chapter here. And then I said we will take it over, so that go to the tribal area in Pune district, 180 schools are there. Schools is what? Is the Ekal Vidyalaya. In small 50-60 houses of the village. Village is of how many houses? 50, 60, 100, not more than that. Where even from 120 kilometers, 100 kilometers from here you have to go in 3 hours. At that place, if the one person teaches there and small children, they have good habits, in that those children who come in that school, in that family, there is no drinking habits afterwards. If such things are developed, then I am associated with that. When 1999 and my mother passed away, 2002 my father passed away. From there I had taken this one couple, you see, father and mother, serving father and mother. I'll say those who are getting the good opportunity for serving and father and mother, they are the most fortunate people. I wasn't fortunate to that extent. So now I adopted one full couple, old couple from Tapovan Vruddhashram. I started my Nasik, so I am attached to the Nasik. So Tapovan Vruddhashram. So something, whatever little bit I have, ultimately my father has given me values. I will give my values to my children. I have given the education, and then whatever I have, I can give it to the persons to whom they really need it. So be with them, that's all. Because ऊपर से आया हुआ लेके नहीं जाता है, रात भी का भी ऊपर नहीं लेके जाता है. That is what. Then let us not behind money, but let us behind something to create for myself, and it automatically money comes. We say never say no to money. We accept gracefully.
As you said that you had a major accident in the past, but after your accident, was there changes in your views to look towards life?
Yes, I was more and more positive because one thing is left is you have the bonus life, so first concept. So you have got the bonus life, do and do whatever you can. That is first lesson I got it. So my concept has become more positive, and especially more that is, okay, you take care, whatever you have been there, you take care of your so-called duties, family duties, which I have kept reserved, and now whatever comes in is my decision where I spend. It was okay that one family duties is already safeguarded. I should not be bothering on that. So one positive thing has come, and second thing is I am the strong believer of God. I am strong believer of God. Whenever you feel somewhat indifferent than that of positiveness, I still chant Gayatri Mantra wherever I am. I don't know whether it is, but I have the strong belief that there is some third forces which plans everything for you. You only need to identify and choose that. That's all.
So just to add up on this particular thing, I heard that the time when you were in ICU, Gayatri Mantra was the survival,
Yes,
those
sorry.
which was flowing in through your blood. So I just got to know about that particular thing from you last time, and then when I spoke to Archana ji over there. So just want to understand the power of spirituality. How does it help? Because quite a lot of people haven't experienced it yet.
You, rather than experimenting, you experience it. Go to any temple, may not be a small. A temple, because we need something to concentrate. We should have bhav that, yes, I am surrendering before him. And just be with him without any mind of yours, no thought process. I remember, it was very good. My recovery also, I give 100% this one. In ICU, and that too all commercial big hospitals, death is every day. And 52 days of journey in ICU, I could at least see 52 days, not less than that. And who is going out of that small hall? You are 52 people, some people, I think that hall was 36 people, 80, 36, I see 6 blocks were there. And somebody used to go, and that used to, oh, mera number kab aayega. But after that, what has happened, somebody told me, given me iPod, and all Bhakti Sangeet was put up there. See, in Bhakti Sangeet anywhere, what is happening outside, you are out of that. And that gives, and Bhakti Sangeet gives you the positive thought. Belief in God itself gives you the positive thought.
Thank you. So I think the number of questions would keep popping up,
Yes.
but understanding the limitation of the time as well. So Ashok ji is very much active on LinkedIn now. In fact, he's come down here to take his advanced level of an training on usage of LinkedIn and then Facebook and YouTube, because he goes at lot of prominent places where we say thought of why not he be doing a live broadcasting. Okay, because apart from this, he's also at a very topmost level of an leadership profile at an chartered accountancies and ICWAI kind of a thing. So Aditya is going to take care of his session from here onwards. Manoj is also out here. So thank you, sir, for coming down all the way.
Thank you, Ashish, for giving good opportunity to
So
see
in
the
fact,
very
it's
nice
our
person.
privilege basically. So we will have lots of questions. So we will now try to connect you on LinkedIn and try to have it
Yeah.
addressed.
Yes,
So
yes,
this is
sir.
also proof of your adaptation of that.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. When he shared last time, I was really thrilled. And when now even today he has educated me on 2.3 point that yes, how to go about. So I'm very happy, sir.
So thank you for coming here.
Thank you very much. All the best.